All right. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. I am Kendall Harris.
I'm Carlos Espinoza.
I'm Jeanise Wong.
I'm Omar Jallow.
And here today we are presenting our marketing campaign for the Chicago Starbucks Reserve Roastery location. So a couple things we're going to be going over is a quick SWOT analysis of the company, which is going to kind of overlay everything else. On top of that, we have a buyer persona and the value proposition that the company can provide those buyer personas. We have some promotional objectives and how those relate to our sales objective, and of course, tactics and measurements to go along with those. Here is the location itself. Is the largest Starbucks Reserve Roastery out of all of them that they've built so far, which could bring a lot of tourism in. Here's an interior shot, really brings out that modern architecture and that modern aesthetic with the dark wood on the semi-light gray, the concrete foundations, the lighting. It speaks a very modern, higher class aesthetic. And here, if you look at the machinery behind these people, this machinery was kind of built specifically for these locations and requires specialty training to know how to use these things. So with that being said, I'm going to give the microphone to Omar, who's going to kind of go over our SWOT analysis.
Okay. Strengths and weaknesses of Starbucks. One of their strengths is their strong branding image. Starbucks has established an international level of recognition, with every year opening up a new store in a different country. Currently, it has over 31,000 stores globally, as well as owns 40% of the coffeehouse market. They also have a very strong loyalty program. Starbucks benefits from the loyalty program range from free birthday drinks, free refills during the same in-store visit, some merchandise if you build up enough stars. For every $1 is 1 star, and using those stars you could get the free merchandise or like a Starbucks gift card for a friend or like for a birthday present, or even just for a free menu item. They also have a very high employee satisfaction. Starbucks offers a range of benefits for employees, such as stock option program, flexible scheduling hours, giving employees an opportunity to go to college. Starbucks works with many different organizations to make changes internally in their workplace. But some weaknesses Starbucks shows is generalizing standards effects of diversity in a company and its products. Most of the menu items are very generalized, such as a cappuccino, mocha, or latte. This is easier for other companies to replicate or make similar things to the Starbucks products. This also affects the companies with their international change, as different cultures have different tastes. Starbucks also has high prices. The Starbucks menu items are relatively higher than coffee served at other places such as McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts. Starbucks averages a price a cup for $3 to $6. But such as places like Dunkin' Donut or McDonald's, you can get a cup of coffee for as little as $1. And if you see the chart to my right, the average prices of coffee, as I said, was $3 to $6. And the graph on my left is a timeline of the number of Starbucks stores opening from 1971 to now. And to see the opportunities and threats, off to Carlos.
So one of the opportunities are tourists. Starbucks can have a place of familiarity among tourists visiting new places. Seasonal flavor at certain locations can bring tourism, which can increase sales and brand image in areas that they do not have stores in. They can also introduce new products and seasonal flavors every year around the holidays. Starbucks adds new seasonal items, mainly drinks, to their menu, such as peppermint mocha or the pumpkin-sized frappuccino. With Starbucks acquiring the bakery company La Boulage back in 2012, they can expand to creating seasonal food products. Better integration with delivery services as well, with third-party delivery services like Uber Eats, Postmates, and DoorDash, which are rapidly rising as more and more people are using mobile apps. Some of these apps can already have menus that support Starbucks locations, giving Starbucks a platform to deliver more customer products. Some threats to Starbucks are coffee houses, shops that sell smaller and similar products at an affordable rate. Starbucks is a major player in the coffee shop market. In fact, 40% of it, the other 60% is divided up against the rest of the market between hundreds to thousands of coffee shops. If another company can make a product better than Starbucks, they can cut into the market that Starbucks currently holds, devaluing the company as a whole. And sociocultural threats. Independent coffee house movements have been gaining popularity, leading to increased sales and value in smaller independent coffee houses. This is because people with movements prefer smaller, less established businesses opposed to these giant corporate coffee chains. These movements seem mainly to pertain to the Gen Y and Gen Z demographics, a huge part of Starbucks' target market. And now Jeanise with buyer personas and value proposition.
So for buyer persona and value proposition, we're going to go first with Chad. He's a white male. He's 25 years old and he lives in downtown Chicago. He is working a white collar job. He does need energy to get through work. He's lactose intolerant, so he only prefers almond or soy milk. Value proposition for Chad about Starbucks is the fact that Starbucks offers a variety of alternatives to regular milk. So they offer soy milk, almond milk, and coconut milk. Another thing is the fact that he doesn't have to take time to make it for himself. He can actually just quickly come into Starbucks, get it, and it's easy for him. Another thing is the fact that it helps him focus and stay awake for work. On the right, we're going to have Kim. Kim is an Asian American woman. She is 43 years old. She lives in a condo in downtown Chicago. She is upper to middle class stay-at-home mom, and she would rather prefer to spend her money than for coffee being made for her, making it herself. Value propositions for Kim for Starbucks is the fact that it's convenient and it's quick and it's easy. It also can keep her engaged and on task with her day. And also the fact that she has the time and she has the money, since she is a stay-at-home mom, to spend on coffee. In the next slide, we have a marketing strategy statement. So our strategy statement is, come to the new Starbucks Reserve Roastery to experience the luxury of high quality and refreshing coffee in a vibrant atmosphere never before seen from Starbucks. On the next slide, we have objectives. Our sales objective is increasing sales. Specifically, we would want to have roughly around 5,000 to 10,000 product sales on opening day at the Starbucks Chicago Roastery. And our two promotional objectives, our first one is to increase brand awareness, and our second one is to increase brand engagement with customers as mobile technology is more apparent in modern society. So our first promotional objective, to increase brand awareness as well as associating perception of the brand with a more exceptional product in a location that feels high quality and luxurious to appeal to more of an upper middle class to higher class demographic. The strategy we would use is the advertising that we would use is a soft grand opening. The soft grand opening would be only exclusive to the gold reward members. On the next slide, we have tactics. To increase the brand awareness and perception, we would use this because the gold reward members, they spend the most amount of money compared to the other ranks of the Starbucks reward program, which is green. With this being said, the customers that spend the most amount of money, they would actually get a private event to experience a preview of the exclusive products and a tour of the new location. We would do this every other week for a month before opening day. We would hope to get some input on these new products and input on the store to see if the customers enjoyed their experience there, and we will make changes to the store and the products accordingly if necessary. To measure it, we would have attendees fill out a short survey on their app or paper asking various questions on the products, if they liked it, if they didn't like any products, impressions on the store, and if they would recommend the store to people, and how often they would actually come to this certain location. And to hand it off to the promotional objective number 2, we have Kendall.
All right, so our second promotional objective would be increasing brand engagement with customers through mobile technology. So we would want to basically implement digital marketing. We'd want to provide, a little bit of ads, a little bit of teasers, a little bit of engagement with followers pertaining to this new location opening. We'd have ads mainly geo-targeted in the Chicago and the Illinois area, and maybe even in the surrounding states. And by doing this, we can measure likes, comments, reposts, reach, followers gained, total interactions on posts. The thing about advertising platforms such as Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram is that they offer a lot of valuable tools to get the most out of what you're paying for your advertising. So just beyond the reach, you get demographics, you get how many people are seeing it, just that kind of thing, and that could really help measure the success of the digital marketing team and how to promote it later on in the future throughout the course of the campaign. And ultimately, all of our promotional strategies kind of tie into successfully incorporating our sales objective, which is essentially increasing product sales, about 5,000 to 10,000 product sales on opening day at this Chicago location. We use this number based off of a benchmark from the opening day in New York. And the way we'd of course want to do this is through a lot of digital marketing, doing it through the soft grand opening as well, giving it that feeling of exclusivity, as well as pertaining to the primary target market that we're focusing on in this campaign. And the way we can measure our sales objective would essentially be use our benchmark number, which would be 5,000 to 10,000 product sales, and then we can compare that to how much was actually sold at the end of the day through sales revenue and inventory. And overall, in conclusion, implementing these promotional strategies can be a very effective way to build hype, desire, and anticipation, which could essentially lead to successfully having a successful opening day. Digital advertising platforms give a lot of tools, like I mentioned earlier, to really help you out and make changes if necessary, as well as hosting the opening event or the soft grand opening can really give that feeling of exclusivity, as well as give us a bit of a trial run essentially into what customers like and don't like about the reserve area, the reserve location. That way marketers or other people can make changes accordingly if necessary. And yeah, that's our project. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always reach out to any of our team members. I'm Kendall, here with Jeanise, Carlos, and Omar, and thank you for your time and have a good day.